Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old Lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, Saint of the Deep. Farron's Undead Legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yhorm the Giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
I love that intro every time. It's so good. Hey guys, what's up? It's Ninja Betty here, and welcome to the very first episode of Dark Souls 3 Path of a Warrior. So this is going to be my new playthrough of Dark Souls 3. After we kind of lost a bit the last episode of the previous series that I was doing, I kind of took some thoughts into it and realised that it wasn't really going the way I wanted to. Dark Souls 3 is known as being quite a hard game, and it's got a lot of detail and a lot of fun, really, in repeated deaths and exploration. So, because I was showing it you all on a character that already had all the items and was a lot stronger than the majority of enemies that I was going against, it made it a bit of a breeze, and I was going through it too quickly for my liking as well. So, we're going to start again. We're going to play on a little bit of a different character style to what I have done previously. I think this time, rather than going for a warrior or anything like that, we're going to switch it up and go for a pyromancer. So pyromancers aren't something I've really touched in the game before. Dabbled a little bit, but I want to really do a proper pyromancer build this time, not really focus on upgrading my weapon stats that much, and I'll probably mainly focus just on the intelligence and faith build and see how it goes. It's not really going to be a PvP character, but I think in PvE or in the main story of the game, it'll do quite well. So we're going to go for a Pyromancer, and let's set a name. So, I don't know what to call this one. Let's call him... Is that a good name? I'm trying to think of lore names now, because I like doing role-playing with characters, and I always am thinking of lore names and stuff that fits into the lore. I don't know. Let's call him Hagrid, because why not? He doesn't look like a Hagrid, but he might. So, want a bit of an older guy. I do like this kind of, this outfit, and you do have the twin snake shield in it, which I mentioned in my previous playthrough. So that is an item of the Great Swamp, and it's quite synonymous with Pyromancers in this game, because the Pyromancer trainer that we meet is from the Great Swamp, and it's one of the areas where we get the first Pyromancy tome, so that's quite a nice little note to the rest of the game, really. So yeah, we're going to go Mature, Burial Gift. I tend to go with either the Life Ring or the Fire Gem. Fire Gem I don't really need because I've already got the Pyromancers. I could go with Sovereignless Soul, but we get souls as it is in the game. Black Fire Bombs. Again, I've got Pyromancy. All of these are items we can get in the game anyway, so I'm not really bothered about those. I think I'm going to go for the Life Ring. So, face presets. Yeah, let's go. Astora Noble. Dragon Academy. Kareem Novice. If his eyes weren't so terrible, I like him, but... try this guy. Build. Burly lower body. So he has strong legs. And let's give him... I don't like his hair, so let's go face details. Hair. What can we give him? There we go. That looks like a kind of Pyromancer guy. And a beard. He's got to have a nice beard. That one. Colour. Obviously, it's got to be kind of something reddish or... Yeah, that'll do. If he's a Pyromancer, he's fire, so he's got to be ginger, right? It's about as close as ginger as you can get in this game, because the hair colours are terrible. It's just black, or a slightly browner or whiter shade of black. Eyelashes... No, we don't want to do eyelashes, we want to do pupils. I'm going to change the colour of his eyes. And let's make the... Yeah, let's make them blue. I like that. I like blue eyes. Cosmetics... no, it doesn't need makeup. Tattoos... I could do some kind of weird Celtic thing, or a dragon tattoo. I like a dragon tattoo. Let's make it red. No, not that light. Let's make it that kind of red. And can we zoom out? How do I zoom out on this? Okay, so that lowers it. Zoom. We use the buttons. Expansion. Let's make this thing big. I want like a nice chest tattoo or something. Hopefully you can put it on the chest. Let's just... there we go. Let's rock this up. Can you not... does it have to be on his face? Really? Okay, let's not have a... let's not have a face tattoo. Can I do a tattoo on his body? Face detail, build detail. No, base skin colour. Skin colour. I just want to give you a body tattoo. Physique, body hair, thick. Voice, mature. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. So, yeah, there's our Pyromancer. Shame we can't have a body tattoo, but... okay, here we go. Na 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 na. First cutscene of the game is always really long. Ding. Pyromancer's grave. For some reason they decided to bury him with all his equipment and just everything that he owned, really. I guess why not? Probably had different rituals in this time or in this world. I guess actually we did used to bury people with like their weapons or their poshest things and stuff like that, so kind of makes sense. But yeah, here we are in the Cemetery of Ash. So this is the first and final resting place of our character, Hagrid. So let's go. So as you can see, we've got Pyromancy and a shield for the left hand. So I'm going to use Pyromancies just because they're fun. And they're really satisfying to just, you know, wail on people. Got our Ash and Estus flask. And for those of you who've played the first game, then you may recognise this guy as a Knight of Astora. So in the first game you meet Oscar Knight of Astora, I think his name is. He gets you out of the Undead Asylum, helps you escape, and he gives you your Estus flasks at the start of the game. So in this game we see another Knight of Astora. Can't talk to him this time, unfortunately. We don't know his name, but yeah, that's quite a nice comparison between the games. I didn't actually notice that before. So, backstab tutorial. Boom! I love backstabs with axes. They've always been satisfying. Forget that there's a soul down here. I always forget this. Soul of the corpse. What are my stats like on this character? So 11, 12, 10, 8, 12. So it's setting you up for a strength and faith build. Okay. So about 500 HP, and what's my equipment weight? 30%. Get life ring. Oh, we get a great swamp ring. I didn't know this. So the Great Swamp Ring is a ring that boosts Pyromancers at the start of the game. That'll boost the damage effects of all my Pyromancers. So that's quite nice. And a bit of a difference actually there that you see between the first game and this game with Pyromancers is that they actually scale now. So Pyromancers scale C scaling. I think you can upgrade that by upgrading a flame to a B scaling at like a high rank. Maybe even an A, I don't know, I've never tried upgrading Pyromancy Flame. But yeah, so the actual spells that you use require specific attribute levels, but the damage that they do, additional to their base, is affected by a combination of both faith and int scaling. Let's go around here and we'll take out this guy. A good idea with these guys is just to backstep them, because if they get you on a lunge, they'll do multiple attacks. And that crossbow guy you can dodge if you're not terrible at dodging. Like I obviously am. Come on. Trying to aim Pyromancers without a... Nope. Yeah, trying to aim Pyromancers or pretty much anything, firebombs, anything in this game without using auto-targeting, I am terrible at. So, unless it's fighting a boss, I will probably spend most fights with auto-target on, because that's just the way I like to play. So here we have the first beautiful vista of the game, and our first bonfire. So, we've got a nice giant castle wall behind us, which I believe is the first place we travel to. I believe this may be the High Wall of Lothric, and basically the rest of the game occurs on the other side of this wall. Firelink Shrine is up here, and in does look good in this landscape. But so again, Firelink Shrine isn't linked to anywhere in this world directly. So like in the first game, you could walk to the Blight Town or go through the Undead Burg directly from there. Here you travel for the first location, so I guess it does make sense, with this being the closest thing, the first you see, to be the High Wall of Lothric. But we'll go over here and we'll light ourselves our first bonfire. And resting here gets us the rest emote. Lob fire bombs at everything we see. Where's this guy? There he is. Can I? There we go. Skill. Oh, we've got an item drop. This is probably just a crappy soul. Yep, it's a crappy soul. Gonna hit this guy. Even close range. Come on, I'm keep doing this until I hit it. There we go. Now I actually feel satisfied. Ooh, a Cleric's Sacred Chime. That's quite nice going for this early on. Need to get used to this weapon reach. I've been playing with a greatsword previously, so I'm expecting kind of everything to be hit from 1.5 miles away. No, can I not get you there? No. There we go. That's those two dealt with. And we get some fire bombs. So if you're not a pyromancer, then I recommend using these to fight the boss. The first boss is just through that door. Iudex Gundyr, the guardian and the judge of the sword. I missed that again. There's a nice little soul up there if you can make the jump. But yeah, Iudex Gundyr has two forms, as with kind of the majority of bosses in Dark Souls games. Oh, I got hit again. And you can see him just through there, but let's head back and heal up first, get ourselves some full stamina, and we'll go take him on next pass through. Yeah, the reason I recommend getting the fire gem if you're not a pyromancer at the start of the game is because all of these enemies here and the boss itself, the next kind of all the enemies in the next area and the next 2 or 3 areas really do take additional damage by fire, other than a few of the bosses and demi-bosses that you fight, which are actually weak to dark damage. So if you're looking at getting a little kind of early boost in the game, there we go. Oh, it's a Titanite shard, not a soul. So this is the first upgrade material that we find in the game. But yeah, so everything around here is weak to fire damage. So getting the fire gem at the start of the game is a really good little thing to help you progress a little bit faster and do a little bit more damage, which is always nice. So here we see the first boss arena, and it's not going to activate just yet, so we can take a little walk around it. Be wary of this edge here. He does have a knockback on some of his attacks, and if he traps you near it, he can push you off. You can also just roll off it yourself, so always be careful. This side's not too bad. It's kind of, there's a few little bits like this in here that you need to be careful of, because if you're rolling backwards away from him, he can trap you between stuff and he will just take you out in 2 or 3 attacks if he does that. But here we have Iudex Gundyr with the coiled sword plunged through his heart. And we're going to do the completely idiotic thing of removing it. He does have a wake-up animation that you can get some hits on him in. Ow. Ow. Bad Iudex. Try not to be too greedy on him. Really, 1 or 2 attacks is all you can get at the most part. Watch for that one. That one will knock you back and throw you into the air. And here we have his second phase. So, shit. That hurt. Okay, heal up. Get out of his way. Throw a firebomb at him. So, let's go Pyromancy. Pyromancy away! Pyromancy away! And there we have Iudex Gundyr down. The Air of Fire destroyed, and the Coiled Sword fragment. So that's quite interesting, the Air of Fire, because he's the only boss in the game which gives you that message when you defeat him. And if we take a look at the item we just got, and get the Coiled Sword. So, sword missing from the Shrine Bonfire. Cannot be equipped as a weapon. Thrust into the Shrine Bonfire to restore its power and enable travel between bonfires. This sword is only bequeathed to Chosen Ash, which is us, as judged by the Iudex, who awaits the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. So, you see, we saw him with it plunged through him, so his body was a scabbard, and he will bequeath it to anyone he believes is worthy. Basically, if you kill him, you can take it. And kind of, he's not a Lord of Cinder, but we find out later in the game that Iudex was basically another Chosen Ash who arrived in his own timeline or own parallel world as far as Dark Souls goes, and found the Firelink Shrine with the flame already gone out and a dead Firekeeper. And so he took the Coiled Sword from the bonfire, and so that it didn't happen again where people failed, he decided that he would await the future Chosen Ash and basically judge them by combat. Whoever bested him, he believed, was the best hope of linking the flame once again. So we'll light our bonfire here. Take a quick little rest just to refill my mana bar. And we'll open the first giant doors of the game. This is always an iconic moment in Dark Souls games, so let's just listen to the creak of that wood. Mahogany. Just through here, get ourselves Broken Straight Sword. You're never really going to use that, but hey, you may as well get it. It's there. Now, can I do this and hit them both? No. So just down this way, we've got ourselves a Homeward Bone. So this is quite a useful item. You can buy it later on, but this basically lets you teleport back to either the last bonfire you rested at or the bonfire here in the shrine, from anywhere in the world, so long as you basically can last long enough to use it without being hit, which luckily isn't too long. Splash damage. Oh, you are my friend. So just through this doorway, we've got the entrance to Firelink Shrine. But before that, we're going to go over here. Because there's a very interesting and very difficult enemy that you can see just stood at the top of those stairs. But first take out these guys, because they're annoying. And if he causes you to run down this way and you accidentally go up the stairs, you're going to be dealing with 3 of them rather than 1. And one of them is already bloody hard enough. So, if you're doing a Dex build or a Katana build, then this is the first time, and probably the very earliest for a long time, that you'll get a decent Dex weapon, or specifically a Katana. And this guy has the Uchi Katana equipped, which is from Dark Souls 1. And he is horrendous to fight. He has stupid hits that he can basically kill you in 3 hits. He can stun lock you, he can knock you back. He's just a massive fucking arsehole, so we're gonna run away from him. And if we do this right, there's a chance that he can fall off the cliff. This is one of the easiest ways to really kill him, get it easy on. You basically coax him down a certain way, and as he runs back, either you can get him to fall off or you can fight him. Don't follow me. So you can see he's on the stairs there, just kind of walking back and forth. And it's when he's doing that animation that he can just walk off the edge. So I think I may be able to actually just kill him by doing pyromancies to the back this time. But just rinse and repeat this, and if you get far enough away from him to stop following you, you can see he heads back up. And if you do run further, you can get him to fall off. You can also try and kind of coax him up to one of these edges here. There we go. And we get the Uchigatana and the Master's attire and the Master's gloves. So, first weapon, the Uchigatana. A unique katana characterised by the fine craftsmanship of an eastern land where it was forged. The finely sharpened blade cuts flesh like butter and causes bleeding, but breaks easily as a result. So yeah, from this it's got, you can see, 35 durability, so a very low durability, but it does have quite good bleed build. And it's a nice early game dex weapon for that kind of character. So we've got the Cleric Sacred Chime that we got earlier, so this is the first chime for kind of chime upgrade for a Herald or anyone else who's looking at using miracles or healing magic. The Master's attire. So, a terribly worn shirt. Men are fond of weaving tales to explain the raggedness of their garb. My sixth sense warned me of danger, and I danced between flurries of blades. Unscathed, but alas, my clothes went to tatters. So, there we have it. So, we're going to head in now to Firelink Shrine. And just stand here in awe of what we see in front of us. So I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. So my thanks for watching, and goodbye.